This problem looks like one of our most famous theorems in all of math, I think, the Pythagorean Theorem. When you have right triangles, we know that the sum of the squares of the legs is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse in both of my pictures is labeled with x. So on the left-hand side, if I'm going to try to perform this, I would need 7 squared plus the other leg, 24 squared, equals to x squared. So first, 7 squared is 49, and 24 squared is 576. So we need those two numbers to add up to be x squared. Let's see, 49 plus 576 is 625, and that's equal to x squared. So in order to find out what x is, we'll take a square root. And what is the square root of 625? That would be 25. So technically, since I'm doing a square root, I guess it's plus or minus, but in geometry, we always want the positive value for the hypotenuse. So x is 25. So I know my squares pretty well. You might need to multiply these out on your own off to the side, okay? Or you might need to use a calculator if the numbers are a little bit overwhelming. But that is the answer to the first one. So why don't you pause the video and see if you can do the problem on the right-hand side. So assuming you paused the video, tried that on your own, I'm going to do it now in blue. So this time the picture got inverted a little bit. So we have 20 squared is one of the legs, or 20 is one of the legs, 21 is the other leg, and we have to add those together to get x squared. 20 squared, well, 20 times 20 is like 2 times 2 with a couple of zeros on it. And again, I know my squares pretty well, so I happen to know that 21 squared is 441. 400 plus 441 is, of course, 841. And that's equal to x squared. And then if we take the square root of both sides, we get x equals plus or minus 29. Since this is a geometry problem, I'm just going to take the positive answer of 29. Did you get the same thing?